The Jaguar XJ was created to be the world's most beautiful luxury sporting sedan, combining individual seductive looks with refined luxury, and blending intuitive technology with exhilarating sporting dynamics and performance. Welcome to this training video on the 2012 Jaguar XJ. The purpose of this video is to provide you, the sales consultant, with information and ideas on presenting a walkaround focused on Jaguar XJ luxury features. Of course, your specific walkaround will be based on an individual customer's needs. The XJ is available in three major levels: XJ 385 horsepower, naturally aspirated V8, XJ Supercharged, the 470 horsepower engine, and XJ Super Sport, the 510 horsepower supercharged motor. Each XJ is also available in a long wheelbase version. And one of the great things about XJ is the very high level of standard equipment, features most customers want, with options, of course, for personalization. And naturally, every Jaguar comes with platinum coverage, showing a great commitment to the customer's ownership experience. 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, including all scheduled maintenance. Before we dive into interior luxury on XJ, let's take a very quick review of the sleek and iconic styling of the vehicle. First thing you notice up front is the very bold grille, and it pays homage to the Series 1 XJ, 1968, without being retro. Auto leveling bi-xenon headlamps are standard on XJ, in a format that Ian Callum, our Director of Design, calls Raptor Eyes, a narrow, aggressive look to the front of the vehicle. And they, of course, include automatic headlight washers. Also, new for 2012, the LED signature lights of the vehicle stay on as daytime running lights. From the side of XJ, you'll want to point out the very sleek lines, combined with the elevated waistline and the very graceful roofline. These all combine to give a very coupe-like appearance to XJ. The hood is very low, combined with the elevated rear deck, which give that Jaguar hunched look ready to pounce. From the very beginning, XJ was designed as two separate vehicles, the standard and the long wheelbase. As a result, both models retain the flowing roofline and graceful proportions. The daylight opening, the glass area, combined with the elongated door inserts, the elongated side power vent, everything conspires together to create a look of visual length on the vehicle. Now, we're showing here a dark body colored car, so the black D-pillar isn't going to be as visible. If your walkaround is showing a light body colored car, you have to point out that the black D-pillar does two things from the side view. Number one, it creates, with the body color wrapping here, creates a floating roof effect, kind of like a yacht where you would walk in the back of the floating deck. But also, having the black D-pillar visually lightens the weight of the vehicle at the back, creating a more sporty look. All the design elements together combine to create a very low coefficient of drag at 0.29, exactly the same as XF. Standard on XJ is the glass panoramic roof, glass panel in front, glass panel in rear. Inside, both the front seat and the rear seat occupants have their own sunshades. Now, from a style perspective, the glass roof creates visually a lower roof line on the vehicle, though the car is, in fact, exactly the same height as the previous generation XJ, 57 inches tall. Great selection of alloy rims, standard and available on XJ, and all wheel and tire combinations fully fill the wheel well to provide a great wheel-to-body visual relationship. From the back of XJ, it's very important to point out the simple and elegant design, starting with the tail lamps, a cascade of LEDs, in a style that Ian Callum calls the cat's claw, as if a cat had scratched the taillights down the back of the vehicle. In order to create the look of presence, substance from the back of the vehicle, the taillights were moved way out to the corners, the chrome plinth and license plate mounting bracket way down, creating this big visual area of body color, allowing prominent display of the leaper. Dual exhausts are standard on XJ with a very substantial chrome finish. Gives a very powerful and sporty look to the car. Now again, we're looking at a dark body colored car, but on a light body colored car, your walkaround would point to the D-pillar being black and the two impacts it has visually from the rear of the vehicle. First thing it does is it widens the look of the back glass. Second, it visually lowers the appearance of the roofline, both combining to create a very sporty view on the back of XJ. One of the things you can check out online is an article by autobytel.com comparing the interior of the XJ to much more expensive competitors. They said specifically, not even a fair fight. The Jag gives Bentley and Rolls a run for their money. Let's take a look at why. The first thing you notice that sets the XJ interior apart from the competition is the tremendous list of standard luxury features inside the car. Initially, you're greeted by these wonderful, comfortable, soft grain leather trimmed seats. They're 16-way adjustable on the driver's side, 12-way power adjustable on the passenger side. And there are 3 memory controls for the driver's seat that allow setting not only the seat position, but outside mirrors and steering wheel position also. The front seats are active, ventilated, and heated, and it allows you to separately control the seat cushion and the seat back. So if you just want to warm your back because it's a little bit stiff, you can just turn on the seat back control. The rear seats are heated also. Now there's leather everywhere you look. Soft grain leather, stitched upper fascia, the door tops, the armrests, all through the center console. More leather than any Jaguar ever made. Also, extensive wraparound use of wood. More wood than any Jaguar in the last 30 years. Ian Callum calls this the Riva boat look. The wood starts on the back door, wraps all the way around through the front doors, all the way around to the front of the vehicle. That's named after the Italian luxury launches, Riva. Also notice the dash is lowered, which creates a greater feeling of spaciousness, but also increases exterior visibility. One nice luxury touch is the ingot called an intaglio on the front of the dash that identifies this is a Jaguar. Customer has to decide if they think it's beautiful, but we think the clock is beautiful, should always be pointed out in a walk around showing the interior of the vehicle. You'll also notice these round vents, a little bit of a retro look, and in fact they were modeled after the exhaust tips on the Spitfire aircraft that were made in Jaguar factories in the Second World War. Of course, there's the exclusive Jaguar Drive select mechanism that rises into your hand when it's time to drive the vehicle. And you want to point out to the customer, particularly a nighttime walk around, the phosphor blue lighting that just creates a nice warm background in the vehicle on the door controls, in the map pockets. Standard on XJ is a heated steering wheel, and the steering wheel has a number of controls to allow you to operate features of the vehicle without your hands leaving the steering wheel. There's a section for setting up the vehicle, a section for controlling audio, for voice control and handling Bluetooth telephone, and a section for cruise control, all within easy reach. Of course, standard on a Jaguar is the Jaguar overhead lights called Jaguar Sense. Just have to reach to the area of the lights to turn them on. And finally, all Jaguars come with a minimum of 2-zone climate control, driver's side temperature control, separate from passenger side temperature control. With the great list of standard features on XJ, it's wonderful to know there's another level you can take the vehicle to. Standard on all but the very entry-level XJ standard wheelbase vehicle, something called the Portfolio package. So an XJL is always called XJL Portfolio because this package is standard starting at that level and going up. It begins with upgrading the seats. 20-way power adjustment for the driver, 20-way power adjustment for the passenger, and those seats include massage. It's a nice technique to just surprise the customer by turning on the massager as they're sitting in the seats. Portfolio package also includes 4-zone climate control instead of 2-zone climate control as part of the Portfolio package, allowing the rear seat occupants to have 2 separate zones for temperature as well. Cooling is added to the seats that are already heated in the rear, and leather's added to the door pockets, called panniers. Panier is the French word for basket. Suede cloth is the material for the headliner with the portfolio package, and customers love the quality feel and the premium touch of the Jaguar suede cloth. 8 interior color combinations are available instead of 4 when the portfolio package is added, and that allows contrast piping on the seats, as well as leapers, the Jaguar logo, embossed in the head restraints. Now, available on the XJL portfolio, the long wheelbase version, is something called the Executive Pack. That includes rear business trays for rear seat occupants to use, as well as an electric rear window sunblind, upgraded floor mats, a unique dash intaglio, different badging, a wood and leather heated steering wheel instead of just leather, and chrome side mirror covers. Now, the next step from XJL is to go up to the XJ and XJL Supercharged. That adds up to 470 horsepower, plus the active differential to handle that extra horsepower, and unique 20-inch wheels. However, on the inside of the vehicle, it also adds the 1200-watt Bauer & Wilkins system for audio in place of the 600-watt premium audio system. Now, moving up the next level from Supercharged is the Super Sport, the top-of-the-line XJ, increasing the power output to 510 horsepower, but the Super Sport also adds a very long list of additional luxury upgrades. First, unique 20-inch wheels, only available on Super Sport. Inside the vehicle, semi-aniline leather, the softest leather ever used in a Jaguar. Instead of the suede cloth headliner is a full leather headliner throughout. Even the seat and rear climate control housings are wrapped in leather. Super Sport also has illuminated vents in the climate control system, as well as illuminated door sill and on the trunk finisher. That package, called the Illumination Pack, is available optionally on all other XJ levels if a customer wishes to provide that special lighting to the car. Of course, the most important feature of XJL is the extra room available in the back seat. If this is going to be important to your customer, please make sure you always have them set the front seat for their driving position first, then have them come out of the car and sit in the back seat so they can experience all of the luxury in the rear of XJL. Long wheelbase models offer a sumptuous rear seat environment. There's 5 additional inches of rear seat legroom, there are vanity mirrors for the rear seat occupants, and there are manual sunshades for the passengers in the back to keep the sun off them on a sunny day. I mentioned earlier there's an executive package for XJL, which includes a number of features including the business trays, so that people can do their work in the back seat if they wish. Rear Seat Comfort Pack is standard on and exclusive to Super Sport. It includes independently powered reclining rear seats, 4-way lumbar adjustment, back massage, footrests, winged head restraints to keep the head in place if they're having a nap, and front passenger seat forward adjustment. That means that the occupants in the rear have control over the front seat to move it out of the way for increased legroom. Now, rear seat entertainment also is standard on XJL Super Sport, but is available on all XJs. Though not specifically a luxury feature, comfort in XJ is further enhanced by the peace of mind of the safety features that are standard on the vehicle. These include things like the 6 standard airbags, active head restraints, the blind spot monitor system, parking aids front and rear along with the backup camera, the inherent safety of aluminum, and etc. Lots and lots of standard safety features. A lot of the interior luxury features and benefits described in this video are also appropriate to XF and to XK, so you can look to apply them to those vehicles also. And of course, interior refinement is only one of the XJ's attributes. Your customer might also want to focus on the latest technology, intelligent power, security and visibility features. These are listed for you next.